You ready for a new season?
I'm ready for a new season.
Let's do this. It's like I missed it.
Oh.
Welcome to the Pantless podcast. Here's your host, Austin and Travis. Take it away, guys. Hey. What is going on?
Lucky number 7, bro. We made it. We did it.
We're here.
This is going to be the greatest season that we've ever done.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Right. Yeah. We're going to give you a good solid hour, maybe.
Heck yeah. I got some
over.
Hey,
we apologize.
we got some new things going on. But hey, before that, it's been a week. How's it been going?
Man, it has been fantastic. Fantastic. I got finally got me some of the new Pokemon action going.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the wife got it for me for Valentine's Day.
Which one? What did we get?
Legends. Pokemon Legends, Arceus.
Nice. I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, it's
Sucking at that.
I've put in about 6 hours, so I think I'm.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I can.
How you
try
liking it?
Great Balls now. I enjoy it. I really do.
When you say great
I like
balls, because I didn't think. Is it called a great ball?
I think so.
Because I know I got as far as I could craft heavy balls and light balls. I never got into great balls.
Oh, so I've already passed you then.
Possibly.
Because have you Weld Lever's Wrath or whatever?
That was the last thing I did.
Okay, that's the last thing I did, but I might have did a little bit more grinding before you got.
Yeah, because I didn't grind much. What'd you think of that? What'd you think of that? That mission? Was that battle not the hardest thing you've ever done in life?
Not really, and maybe that's because I did a lot of grinding.
Okay, so my strongest Pokemon,
right,
going into that fight was my starter, and he was a level 17.
Okay, see, I was using non-starters just because, and they were like well over 20.
Okay, see, that's because
so, like, I had an Umbreon using Snarl. And
I didn't have any
EVs.
EVs.
Pretty much wrecking them.
I hadn't caught an EV at that point.
Oh.
I didn't realize.
I caught 2 and evolved one into Umbreon and one into Espeon.
Did you know that you can go get you a Leafeon for free right now?
No, like through the internet, or
no?
Like, there's like a person out there passing them out.
No, I watched a cheat video. Go catch you another Eevee.
Yeah.
And I can pull it up later and show you, but like if you're looking at where Cleaver is, and like here's Cleaver on the map, and like up and over is like where the first place is. Like you walk into Cleaver from this direction. If you go over on the map, there's the Mossy Rock.
I've encountered the Mossy Rock.
You have a Eevee in your party. Stand next to the Mossy Rock. Open up your inventory. Open up your Pokemons, and you'll see a X right beside your Eevee that says Evolve.
So you don't even have to do any leveling. You just take an Eevee and stand next to it.
I have a Alpha Leafeon.
Ooh.
My first Eevee scratch that. My first Eevee I killed in one hit. Second Eevee I ran into was a flippin' Alpha. Have you caught any Alpha Pokemon yet?
I have caught some Alphas. I haven't even seen an Alpha Eevee, though.
That's like, they're saying, because I guess from what I've heard is that shinies are easy to get a hold of, even though I've never seen one.
Do you see them like in the wild before you?
I don't know. I've not seen one yet, and I haven't really watched any shiny hunters videos.
You would think you would have to, based on the game, because it'd be so weird if like it's just a regular one and then you catch it and then now
yeah,
it's
it would have to be because there's not. It's not like like in Let's Go, where they're walking around and you run into them and it goes to a new screen. No, it stays. So yeah, it would have to be shiny on the map. But like when you run into an alpha, because I guess alphas are rare to begin with, so to find a alpha shiny is like the new thing for streamers that people are going trying to complete a. I'm flexing over there again.
Yeah, Ireland. Is every Pokemon can there be an alpha form for every Pokemon?
I think all of there's probably not any alpha legendaries out there, but all of the non-legendary, I think you can get alphas. I don't know. I don't know if you can catch starters or not.
I don't know. That's weird. That's one thing I was really scared to. I was able to evolve my Rowlet pretty early, but I'm like, I gotta complete all these Pokedex missions because what? But then one of the missions is catch 5, and so I'm like, okay, so I'll do all of them except that one. Then I did it.
I don't know how much you're trying to do a completionist thing, but in order to complete the dex, you only have to, once you get like 10 levels on a single Pokemon in a entry, that Pokemon is considered complete. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I wondered about that.
You don't have to complete every task all the way across
to complete the dex.
Yeah, you just you have to get every Pokemon to level 10 in the dex.
Okay.
And there's I think I had like my Bidoof. I caught like 15 Bidoof and defeated a bunch, and I only did like 1 or 2 tasks, but I did both of them a lot. And it finished his dex out, and everything's done. So your starter, you should have completed his first evolution before you evolved him, because if you're anything like me, you used your starter a lot.
Right. Yeah. I didn't evolve him until I got everything except the catch 5.
Yeah.
I waited until everything was fully complete. I was just scared. I could have evolved him earlier, but I was like, I'll ever get the chance to do this.
I like that feature. I hope they keep that in the game, in the newer games going forward. I pick when I evolve them. Like you have to go in and hit X instead of it just evolving randomly. I actually like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, now you got me. Now you got me wanting to start playing the game again.
I did notice the thing said it was a 2-player online, so I don't know what that means. Like, is that just?
I think you can battle. I think you can battle and trade. There is. I did see a trade. I think I have to look into it. I haven't opened the game in forever. So, hey.
Yeah.
You want to show the people something new?
Let's show the people something new, man. Let's do this.
Do we want to fail at this real quick? This is the new section of the show that I would like to call completely random news.
Yeah.
Let's
do this. Do I get to see this, or is this just for the fans?
You just get to sit and listen, sir.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know why that wasn't where it was sitting. So, news in brief. Biden shoots self in foot in hopes of getting discharged from presidency. Man who didn't bring picnic blanket sits ashamedly on the ground next to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And as people can see on screen, and I'll show this you've seen this picture, very rare find, baby ghost shark discovered by scientists off New Zealand coast.
Yeah, I did see that picture. That's a baby shark. Don't.
That is a very cute shark.
It was hideous.
What are you doing? Things are moving around on me, Austin. I told you we were going to fail this. In local news from TulsaWorld.com, gas leak closes Yale Avenue from 81st to 91st Street. If you're in those streets, don't drive on them. TulsaWorld.com also states House Committee votes to bring back income tax triggers. I don't know what to think about that, but let's move on.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what an income tax trigger is.
I don't know. You sent those to me.
I didn't read the article. I thought that was your job.
No, I just.
I'm like, I don't know what this is. Travis, educate me.
I literally downloaded both things and threw them on a thing, and that's the first time I read them. I didn't even read them.
Okay.
I'm like,
Right.
yeah.
So, that's a,
There's that segment down. On to
I forgot. Breaking news, sir.
breaking news. Yeah, what you got?
I'm sure that everybody by now has heard, but
I
Nicole
have.
Kidman on the Vanity Fair cover. What?
Read it already, but tell the
Did you
people.
really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Tell them.
Well, according to my sources,
Ooh.
despite the fact that Nicole
By his
Kidman
wife.
is highly respected and regarded as a great actress,
I agreed.
that outfit that she wore was just no, and people are really upset about it. They are saying words.
Words.
They're saying words.
Words.
And yeah, you can
Well,
follow.
let me talk.
Vanity. Okay, go.
I'm talking to my sources right now to
Okay.
figure out exactly.
What are your sources telling you? Because mine are kind of wonky sometimes.
Well, that's interesting. My sources say we agree. That's not.
Oh, so our sources are in agreement.
I'm not sure what to say about that. That's my sources are awfully silent.
Okay.
On to the next topic.
Okay.
Did you see the picture?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, people are.
They're wanting people to go. What?
Yeah, they're like she's like 50 something, and
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, there's whatever.
So,
it is what it is. She's rich.
One can only hope. So, since we've been gone since it happened, what did you think about the Super Bowl?
It was a good game. It was a really good game. It's the first time in a long time that I just pretty much thoroughly enjoyed every aspect.
You just weren't miserable. You just weren't miserable because Dallas wasn't there.
Right. I didn't have to worry about a blowout and be like, oh, this is boring, or a team that I just despise like making a comeback and winning, or it's just the whole time, the whole game was like, oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. Oh, that was a good play. Oh, that's good. Oh.
Breaking news. NFL decides to break the trend on teams winning in their home stadium. They may be moving the Super Bowl to Dallas for the next 5 years.
Oh, gosh.
Hey,
I'm gonna let you have that one.
Just think of it this way. If they play the Super Bowl in Dallas next year, there's a good chance that they could go to the Super Bowl. Because, I mean, teams have won Super Bowls in their home stadiums 2 years in a row.
That's right.
So, my team has no chance of winning a Super Bowl in their home stadium because they don't play Super Bowls in cold weather stadiums.
And my prediction, and I'm willing to put some major Satoshi on this. Some
Doge.
Maybe a few Doge. Yeah, 100 Dogecoin. My prediction: if the Super Bowl is in Dallas next year, we will see Dak Prescott at the Super Bowl. Just saying.
Like visiting, watching the game. Wasn't he at this one?
Russell Wilson was. But I didn't see Dak. But yeah, that's my prediction. If the Super Bowl's in Dallas, is that you? Those things are usually booked years in advance. Surely they know where the Super Bowl is next year.
Arizona,
and the year after. Oh, it's in Arizona. Okay.
Yeah, I remember. I thought I'd heard that.
And Arizona's pretty good. They they could make it.
Okay, so 2023, which we're about to do the 2022 season, 20 Super Bowls in February 23, Glendale, Arizona, and then the year after that. So the year after that is in Las Vegas because they built that big stadium. There's that fancy stadium in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So it's going to be in Arizona, Las Vegas.
Can you see yourself right now?
I can see my...
On the screen, you're fine?
Yeah. Did I disappear?
You were just really glitchy on my screen. I could hear you perfect.
I opened up a website that was probably kind of sketchy to look at Super Bowl stuff, and it brought up an ad, so I had to close it out real quick, and it probably freaked my computer out. So, but no, I agree. Really good game.
Yeah.
I initially missed the first bad call, the face mask on Jalen Ramsey. I got up to do something, came back, and boot scooting down the 75 yards down the field. And then they showed a replay, and I'm like, my gosh.
Yeah.
Is this a replay of the pass interference they called? Because he got freaking hit by a Mack truck going down the field. They didn't call it. And I'd understand it if it was like in the middle of the field, other players. No, they were on the sideline, no one near them, and the refs were just looking there like, well, he hit him square. Ball was in the air. He hit him square. He's good. He almost dang near tore his face mask off. So then on the goal line or inside the 20 when the Rams had the ball and the holding call on the 2-yard line, they gave the Rams the first down to then get the other penalty. That holding call was bogus, and everybody at work was like, oh, it was like a tit for tat, and they were, they missed the call.
I wondered if they did that. I
which is horrible. Which is bad.
Horrible.
You can't make one bad call. You can't just make up for it. That just made that worse.
Right. You're right.
You can't. Right. And why is? I thought that there was supposed to be, the up in the booth in New York was supposed to be, or in New York, or there was somebody that oversees that can call down and be like, hey, you missed that call. Hey, there was pass interference on that. Hey, there was a hold there, and kind of keep these refs in check. But they didn't.
Well, I mean, penalties aren't really booth reviewable anyway. So
this year they had implemented the deal where New York could actually call in and be like, because they could talk to the refs, and they'd be like, hey, you missed a call right there, and they could actually reverse stuff on the field. They were limited in what they could do.
They could throw a flag that they didn't throw.
They've had it where they
only picked up flags that they did.
I've seen it both ways.
Interesting.
But it wasn't used very much. It wasn't like. I think they should have been like, yeah, we messed up. That's a penalty. If it would have affected the game much, I don't know. That was like first play of the second half. So, good game nonetheless. Happy for the Rams. Happy for Stafford. The Rams now have to live in the next 2 years with no draft picks.
Yeah,
I think they have 5 draft picks over the next 2 years. Because of all...
And all their guys are going to retire probably this year, including Stafford. They'll be like, we're all old. We got our Super Bowl. Bye. And they're like, well, now we suck, and we don't get draft picks for 5 years.
I heard... I can't remember what I was listening to, but I heard that I guess either the GM or the owner had shirts made up and gave to everybody that said F them draft picks.
That's hilarious.
Because that was their motto because of everything they had done. And I'm like, I want one of those shirts. Wear it into work, and they're like, there's a bad word on it. And I'll be like, oh, dang it, I Austined this again. I didn't know.
Mine was one word that really wasn't It was one long word that, sure, if you could cut the word associate
I was talking about
half. And,
I was talking about your racing shirt.
that's what I was talking about. Like, the word associate, you could slice that down the middle and make that word the same bad word as the word that was on my shirt. Just cut it down the middle. Now it's a bad word. But the word itself wasn't bad.
That's fair. You got me on that one.
I'm still not going to wear it just in case, but
You can give it to me. I'll wear it.
I did wear it last Saturday. I went to a concert and I wore it.
Yeah, who'd you go see? Breaking news. Breaking
news. I went and watched Van Full of Nuns and As the City Sleeps.
Sounds like two good bands.
Couple Texas bands, and it's a good time. I saw a friend of ours tripping on shrooms. A friend of ours.
You can't say that. Cut that out, editor.
All right, edit it.
So I'm sad that football's over.
Yep.
Sad that
NASCAR's in. So,
hey,
I mean, you don't have to worry about your Sundays. They're always good.
Yeah. I've got 3 races still to watch this weekend. So one that I'll probably start after we sign off here.
And is there an overlap is there a gap between NASCAR and football, or do they just like overlap so you're always in one of the seasons?
The last couple of years, literally, the Daytona 500 literally runs the weekend after the Super Bowl, and then NASCAR will run till early November. So they'll be the first almost half of the NFL season. I'm still watching NASCAR races because NASCAR runs for 37 weeks. There's 36 races. They take one weekend off. They'll run for 37 weeks. So they ran a little bit longer this past year because of the Olympic break. They took, I think, 2 weeks off for Olympics. So
did we? I don't recall. Maybe we did. I just don't remember. I think we did. Did we have a Pantless March Madness bracket last year?
I want to say we did. You started something and none of us could get it to work right because I don't think I ever submitted mine properly. We did because I failed early, and I think you and somebody else went pretty far into it.
Okay.
And there was like a percentage of how many you got right and whatnot. I remember doing that last year.
Okay. I thought we would have. I just don't really remember. I usually do several brackets, just because.
Yeah.
So, but that's coming up. We need to keep that in our back pocket.
When I pulled up fantasy sports, I saw ESPN Fantasy had something about March Madness. I'm like, that's coming up. Dang it.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of fantasy spurts, I beat the number 1 team in our basketball league last week.
Nice. Congratulations.
I don't know if you just what.
I'm losing to the number 1 team.
I need you to lose to that team
by 9 points right now.
I'm kind of on the fence because I need you to. I'd like to see you lose that game just so I can bump up a spot. But since I've already beaten him, I know I can now do it again. And if I pull him in the first round of playoffs, or do I want to play Mark first round and David in the second round, or possibly you in the second round? How awesome would it be if we both beat them in the first round, and it's me and you in the championship?
That would be fantastic.
High five!
We got this. Beat those twins.
I'd do something to them twins.
Right. This is one of those weird long weeks too.
Oh yes, it's All-Star break.
The All-Star break. So it's a 2-week. I think we're into the All-Star break right now, right? No games are going on for the next few games, I believe.
I think that's correct, sir. Let me double check.
Well, hoping that it's just give my guys enough time to get healthy, and then I could take down those Gawks.
I just need. I need. I don't even know who he plays for. I need the Clippers to go. George is out for the season. Done. He's not coming back. Just so I can
tease you.
so I can just get him out of my. So I can cut him from my IR. Because he's taken up a spot in IR for like the last, 6 months. It feels. And if I cut him and they're like, oh, he's going to come back in a couple days, he's going to be back in 2-3 weeks, somebody's going to pick him up and throw him on IR till he gets back.
Yep.
I know that Mark or David would pick him up, or you.
Not me. I've got Kevin Durant on IR right now.
But somebody would be like, Paul George, he's coming back in a couple weeks, and they'd pick him up, and then I'd lose my best player. But I've got Seth Curry. I don't know if he's related to.
They're brothers.
The brother. Yeah, I've got the worst of the two brothers. He got traded to Brooklyn, and in his first game just scored a ton of points.
Seth Curry got traded to Brooklyn? I did not hear that.
Yeah, he got traded to the Nets. His first game with the Nets, he had 37 fantasy, then he went to 39 and 18. So he's back to his crappy ways.
Okay.
I don't know why I've kept him on the roster, just because I thought he might pick it up. He's my lowest average scoring player at 28. Because I kept Dinwiddie on my roster for way longer than I should have. Because he was like one of my early draft picks. I picked him because I loved his last name. He's hilarious. He scored a ton of points. He was averaging like 40 points a game. For the first month. And then just, I think when I dropped him, he was averaging 25. He would sometimes give me single-digit games.
Yeah.
I'm like, he'll get... he's in a slump.
I've got Carmelo, and he's up, and he's hurt.
I remember him last year. He was very streaky.
But he's just, it's just like one time he'll like score 50, and then the next game he'll score like 9, and then he'll score 48, and then he'll have 2 games where he's like 7 and 12, and then he'll be like 38. And it's just like, I want some consistency, man. Like, I don't want to drop you because somebody's going to pick you up and get 50 points out of you.
See, that's like
so frustrating.
LeBron's the same way. He'll give me 63, then he'll give me 44. Then he'll give me 58, then he'll give me 39. Then he'll give me 63. And it's like, come on, dude. Consistency.
Shut up.
Could you just be more consistent? Sorry. Like you're slacking. You're only averaging 56 points a game. Fantasy points.
Let's talk about a movie. Done. We're done with this conversation.
How young did Kevin Bacon?
Retro movie review.
Sorry, I had to bring it back.
We need a new one. We'll figure it out. It'll come up. We want it to be like organic.
Last week, remember the Titans?
Yeah.
So before that, did you watch all of the program?
I did.
Was that your first time of watching that movie?
My first time watching the program.
What did you think about that movie?
I thought it was a good movie. I did.
Fantastic movie.
I thought it was a good movie. My wife hated it. She said none of the characters were likable. They were all jerks. And I was like, even Jefferson? She's like, yeah, he pursued that girl even after she told him no, and I have a boyfriend, and he just kept pursuing her. I was like, this is 1993. I was like, that's what women wanted. They wanted people to pursue them. He was the rookie. Halle Berry.
Oh, yeah.
Halle Berry.
Yeah,
she's like, no, I have a boyfriend. I was just mad at him when I showed you around, but we're back on good terms now. And then apparently you're just supposed to be like, okay, I'll give you your space or something. But he did what any knight in shining armor would do and go, no, I will rescue you.
Any 19-year-old freshman.
Yeah. That
Or how old?
star athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, probably one of my favorite scenes in movies when the coach is like, "You carry this ball with you always.
Yeah.
If anybody else but you brings me this ball back, you won't like what happens." And he's sitting in class and he's got it right there, and the guy behind freaking knocks it out, and they're just scrum in the freaking classroom. Hilarious.
Yeah, they're all diving. He goes underneath the desk of the professor and comes out and like, "Sorry, I dropped my ball." And then that one star linebacker, I can't remember his name, but he just cracked me up.
Alvin?
Yeah, Alvin. Just he was watching that film and he's like, "Hit him, kill that one, murder him, hit the tight end so hard, hit the tight end so hard that it kills his girlfriend."
Yeah, because he says that, and he's like, "Kill the tight end."
Yeah, murder them all. Let the paramedics sort out the bodies.
Because he
was like the original Waterboy. Like, this is who the Waterboy was inspired. Inspired by that guy.
That was supposed to be the kind of the shtick, because like the scene before that, he like his tutor was like, "You can't even read." He's like, "Oh yeah," and he was like struggling with his studies, and all of a sudden they get into the film room, and he's like reciting plays and like looking at.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's like, 3rd and 7, we do a 4-3 dime package. Okay, what about 2 and 4? I'm gonna hit the quarterback. All right, what about this one? He's all right. We're gonna do a jag and nickel formation.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah, okay. Just like
no, he's not dumb, but he just hates school.
Yeah,
get him in football, and he's like, boom, he's on
it. That saying that the quarterback that Kane used in the huddle like 37 times. Like every time you'd show him in the huddle, just put the women and children to bed and let everybody else sort of. It's like, stop saying that. You say that every play.
Score a touchdown. No, he just said it when they were about to score a touchdown.
I know, but like that
put the
one.
Women and children to bed and let's go find some fucking dinner. The women and children are supposed to bring you the dinner, sir. You're not understanding 1993. But whatever.
Oh no! But like I said, great movie. It's a very simple, no frills football movie. No beating around the bush. It is, and the acting, in my opinion, is phenomenal. May not be the best writing. Had some pretty good. I had some decent, well-known actors. The tennis girl was from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, was she?
And she was in Eight Heads in a Duffel Bag that we watched, and I don't remember what part she played in that movie.
She had to have been the girlfriend. I
think she was.
I don't remember, but
we watched so many other movies, I forgot everything out of that movie. But
yeah,
she's been in a lot of stuff. I just know it was one of growing up. It was one of my favorite football movies.
Yeah.
But the movie we're actually reviewing this week, Remember the Titans, which is a must-watch if you're a football fan.
Movie fan.
If you're a movie, yeah.
Denzel, a good movie.
Denzel Washington, fantastic in this movie.
Oh yeah.
I was telling you before we started that literally my oldest daughter, was like, "Hey, we're watching that in class right now." This is like a good movie for history.
Yeah.
I think they show this movie in schools a lot because the whole integration in the 60s and 70s just really portrays it well. And I love the simplicity of the jerseys back then. I don't know if you pay attention to the football jerseys. How they were, when they were at home, they were wearing white pants, solid red shirt, red helmet with the numbers on the side. Just simple. Everything's too complicated these days.
I mean, Denzel, he only ran 7 plays.
6 plays.
6 plays.
He ran 7 plays. He ran that reverse at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
7 plays.
He got cute.
Sunshine.
Oh, yeah. We watched 2 football movies where dudes swap spit.
No, I forgot about that part in the program.
I was like, what is going on?
You can't do that. You'll catch COVID.
Oh.
So we were talking about...
Oh, I thought you were going to launch it at me. All right, anyway.
So Metacritic, you said that the critics would
sure
absolutely love this.
I guarantee you, on a scale of 0 to 100, it is going to be probably an 84.
Are you ready to be disappointed?
Oh, gosh.
32 critics hated this movie, gave it a 48.
Shut up. Full of it.
No, I'm not lying. I wish I...
You just flip-flop my numbers and then lie to me about it.
Like, critics suck.
Are you serious? They gave it a 48?
Yeah, they gave it a 48.
Oh my god.
I gotta get down and figure out what they don't like about this movie. Yeah. I'm not gonna say the obvious of what it probably is. 142 users out of 10 gave it.
They better give it a 9.2.
8.1. Which I always forget this was done by Disney.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that why they didn't like it? Is that why the critics didn't like it? They're like,
I guess
they get the Disney buff of -4 or something.
Did you almost cry at the end? Was it it like an emotional mood, like when the one guy gets paralyzed?
There was one, I don't remember the scene, but there was one scene that I was like, but I don't think it was that one.
Or when the mother comes into the stadium and everybody's giving her right at, like in the championship game.
That's kind of silly.
When Denzel Washington throws the other coach a banana.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
So, critics, 15 positive, 10 mixed, 7 negative. Users had 121 positive, 12 mixed, 9 negative. Chicago Tribune gave it an 88, said works better and cuts deeper than mostly fictionized Hoosier. I don't know what that's all about. Voice gave it boorish and flatulent. All right. Falls short of both the social history lesson it is so pointlessly strives to impact and the sport is so roughly embraces. I don't think they Englished that properly.
Probably not.
TNT Rough Cut, well-known website, gave it a 50. Perfectly effective when judged on its own merits, but is that really enough anymore? Question mark.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
What does that even mean?
On its own, it's a great movie, but we have to put this against every other movie ever made, which makes it not a good movie.
Right, yeah, they're like, if we were to pick out 100 random movies, we could probably find 50 that are better and like 50 that are worse.
Now, a less known publication, the Los Angeles Times, also gave it a 50. A shrewd, pulpy crowd pleaser.
Okay.
Oh, the one that didn't English right was the Austin Chronicle.
Shut up.
Straighten up your frickin' writing, sir. So, I love this movie. It's one of my favorite football. I love football movies. There's not very many of the football movies I don't like. but probably
Is there a football movie that you don't like?
I don't think there is. All the ones I've ever seen, I've liked. What's that one? What's that one about the Little League? We are
Little Giants.
Little Giants. That's it. That one wasn't that great, but because it was about little kids. No, I'm just
That was so
messing with.
funny. That was a funny movie.
Because this, I would rate this one in the program above Any Given Sunday. And I don't know.
Any Given Sunday.
You've never seen that one? It's a good one. It's a lot more adult themed. There's a lot
than
more
the program.
Yeah, because there's a lot more cussing and crude humor in Any
There's a
Given
lot
Sunday.
of cussing in the program.
There was a lot more than I thought there was.
A lot.
A lot more than I thought.
Oh my goodness! I was like, thank goodness my kids are out of the house right now. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, and I was happy. I'm happy. I know it was a Disney movie, but I'm glad that and we'll get into this in the Common Sense Media, but that Remember the Titans was a clean movie, and there was a lot of potential for it not being with the whole climate going on there. And I'm glad that they decided to keep that one clean, so that kids could learn from it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Common Sense Media, what they got to tell us?
Well, sir, I believe we've had this guy before, Nell Minnow. I recognize that name. We've probably cycled through all of them by now.
Smells fishy.
He says, ages 10 and up, 4 out of 5. Inspiring football drama brings
10?
history to life.
Yeah, no, I agree.
15 parent reviews say 4 out of 5, 10 and older. And then 51 kid reviews say 4 out of 5 for 9 and older.
I would let any of my kids watch this. I mean, it's just...
Ooh, it gets a... I don't know. This will be a spoiler alert, maybe, for you when it comes to guessing ratings.
Yeah.
But it gets a badge, and it says it stands out for positive messages and positive role models.
There are multiple categories I would give this a 5 in. Violence being one of them.
Violence, nudity, language. Positive messages. What do you think, sir?
I'm giving that one a 5. I can't really give it anything lower. I couldn't.
It gets a 5. It says themes include empathy, integrity, and teamwork. It isn't easy, but when people learn to set aside their fear and prejudice and work together, they can accomplish truly great things, not just in sports, but in life.
Dang right.
How about your positive role models?
I just give it another 5. Let's just keep that train a rolling.
Yeah, we're rocking that 5 train.
And I know I've said it in the past that I don't like giving stuff 5s because it's hard for me to give 5s, but this movie deserves it. Move on.
Right. Coach Boone overcomes tremendous challenges as he tirelessly works to bring together his African American and white football players. Coach Yost puts his team and his principles before his ambitions to be both the head coach of T.C. Williams High School and an inductee in the Virginia High School Hall of Fame, as team captains Julius and Jerry move past their prejudice and distrust and learn to work together and lead their team to victory. Yeah.
Which,
how about... Oh, yeah?
Yost's daughter is hilarious in this movie.
Yeah, she is. That's crazy. That's what's her
Hayden Panettiere.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
From Heroes.
I was like,
she's been in a lot of other stuff.
There's no way this movie is that old, but I guess it is that old.
What was the year on it? I forgot to look.
This says 2000.
Yeah, it is 2000.
But man, crazy.
She was 9. She was 9 in this movie.
What do you think about violence, sir?
Let's give it a 2.
You're on it too. Yeah. It says early in the film, a street scene on the verge of a riot is shown. Bottles are thrown and broken. Windows are shattered. As the Titans try to integrate a white player and a black player, get into a fist fight in their training camp dorm room. In their high school, a brief exchange of punches is quickly broken up as white students attempt to beat up a black student because they believe he's flirting with one of the white students' girlfriends.
He was.
During the football games and practices, there are lots of montages with tackles. Football, so okay.
I mean, football. It being a football movie gave it an immediate 1.
Right,
But it's football violence. It's organized violence.
Yeah, tackles. Okay. A car accident is shown. A character doesn't pay attention, runs a stop sign, and is struck on the driver's side by a truck. It's a lot of information for it too.
It's crazy that when after the impact, you can see how strong, and how movied up it was, but how strong those old Camaros were. That truck hit that car hard.
Yeah.
And it just put a small crease behind the door, and it injured him that much. I'm like, I don't think he would have been hurt that much. But my dad, way back in the day, had an old 60s, 70s car that got T-boned, and it had the same amount of damage. But it totaled the car because it bent the frame behind the sheet metal. So, but it's like, man, that shows how tough these cars are back then.
Yeah.
Were back then. But what else we got?
Sex.
Let's give it a 1.
It does. You're on it, man. Perfect so far.
There was some kissing.
It's a boy taunts another boy by calling him a fruitcake. Boy responds by kissing him.
Sunshine.
Language.
Let's give it a not present. But clickable. And give it a 2.
A 2. It says white characters infrequently use racial slurs.
Oh, come on.
I'm sure there were some words that were probably that.
Yeah, there were some stuff you can't say anymore, but I don't put that with language. I didn't hear any bad language. I just heard some bad derogatory terms.
Mean things to say to people.
Yeah, I don't ever associate that with language. But hey, I'm allowed to get one category wrong this one,
Yeah.
alright?
Consumerism.
I want to say I want to give it like a 1 or a 2. Because there was some stuff.
Like Camaro, obviously.
Was Coca-Cola not shown at least once or twice?
Yeah, no. They said not present, though.
Really? Clickable?
Nope, not even clickable.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
How about drinking, drugs, and smoking?
I want to give it at least a 2.
It says not present.
Was there not a whiskey being drank at one point?
I just don't recall. I don't know.
I implied it as they were drinking out of what looked like a whiskey glass at one point.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is that. They say parents need to know that Remember the Titans tells an inspirational true story about the struggles and victories of a newly integrated high school football team in 1971. Which, as my wife pointed out, is not very long ago.
It was a long time ago.
51 years.
Yeah.
That's it. 51. Like, my parents were alive and kicking and running when this movie came out.
My parents weren't in high school yet.
Yeah, so.
Because my parents graduated in 77, so.
See, so they were watching this stuff live on their television sets on one of the 3 channels.
Listening to it on the radio, sir.
Yeah, that too, yeah. As such, the film reflects the divisive nature of the times. The film begins with a near riot scene. We heard about that one. The racial tensions of the town, segregation in restaurants, racial slurs, fistfights in the high school are shown to highlight the backdrop in which the Titans must learn to get along and play together as a team. The movie includes racist comments and situations and some locker room insults. A major character is critically injured in a car accident. When the boys refer to a long-haired teammate as a fruitcake, he responds by kissing one of them on the mouth. There are some scuffles and threats of more serious violence. Ultimately, Remember the Titans is a deeply moving film about the courage of individuals and the power of sports to transcend perceived and ingrained differences.
Great movie.
Yeah, it's a good one. Let's see what they say. Their editor recommends Friday Night Lights.
Nah.
It's a powerful drama. It's so much more than a football movie.
Nah.
Have you seen that one?
I have not seen that one, no.
There you go. That might be the first football movie that you don't like.
Could be.
You should probably watch it.
I probably won't. Speaking of movies I haven't seen, what are we gonna watch next? Throw it on me. What you got?
Oh, I've got a couple suggestions.
Well, hey, I'm up for anything.
I've got a couple. One, I don't know anything other than I had a buddy recommend it a long time ago, and I just never watched it. And then my wife is looking at a list of some of the most disturbing movies ever.
Because that's our lane we're in.
Have you ever seen or heard of Requiem of a Dream or Requiem of Dream?
I think I've seen it.
I don't know anything about it. Like I said, other than a buddy of mine one time suggested I watch it. He's like, "This is crazy. You got to watch this movie."
I've seen this movie.
I don't know if we could find it.
It's free on Tubi and free on Amazon Prime.
So that's one. I don't even know what category it is. Like, is it a drama? Thriller? I don't know.
Got Jared Leto and Jennifer Connelly.
So it's a newer movie. I thought that
No.
the way he was making it sound made it sound like an older movie.
2000. Came out in 2000.
So that's one of them. So I don't know anything about it. I don't know what makes it disturbing. Like if it's like out of bounds disturbing or just like trippy disturbing. Another one, Pulp Fiction. Never seen it.
I've seen it a long time ago.
I don't know if that's a good one or not.
If
Critically acclaimed.
I just want to say that if you were glad that your kids weren't around when you watched the program, you're gonna have a rough time watching Pulp Fiction.
Well, I mean, it's got Samuel L. Jackson as a rated R character.
Yep.
He's already a rough character in like tame movies. So, but those are a couple suggestions based on just things that I've heard recently. I am more than okay with you throwing something else out there because, like I said, I don't know enough about the movies to know the risqueness.
It's just got all of. Trying to figure out where it says.
What are we looking? Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking up kind of what it is.
It says it's a psychological drama.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. I was looking.
Do we dare or no?
I watched that one just the other day. We're not gonna do that one. Caddyshack just popped up on mine. Have you seen Caddyshack?
I think so. That's John Candy. Is that right?
Bill Murray.
What am I thinking? Okay.
Chevy Chase and Bill Murray. Rodney Dangerfield.
Maybe I haven't seen Caddyshack then.
Golf movie.
No, I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have.
We're going to flip it on its head and we're going to do Caddyshack. I can't believe we haven't done this one yet.
Okay. All right.
I watched it just a couple months ago because it's
is
one
it,
of those,
is it on the Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It should be already on my list. It's not on my list. Somehow it fell off, or I watched it without it being on my list. I'll look into those. I don't even know where I'd find Pulp Fiction, to be honest with you.
Who knows?
Oh. The other movie. Yeah, you have to have a subscription to weird stuff. The other movie that I was going to suggest, if it's you can't watch it anywhere either. Another movie we might watch here soon is Kingpin.
Okay.
Have you ever seen it?
Nope.
Bowling movie.
Is that the one with the dude, or is that a different movie?
It's got Woody Harrelson, Bill Murray, Randy Quaid. I think Randy Quaid plays an Amish fellow that finds out that he's like a bowling prodigy. And he travels across the country trying to become a professional bowler.
Yeah, I have seen that movie. That sounds familiar. Type in Kingpin, it just gives me Marvel's Kingpin. Okay. We could probably
Yeah, Randy Quaid plays an Amish bowling phenom. Let's do Caddyshack this week, and
The Big Lebowski is the one that I was thinking.
The Big Lebowski's another good one.
I've never seen that one. That was another one. That same buddy that was said Requiem for a Dream said that Big Lebowski is like one of the best movies ever. So
He said, which one's the best movie ever?
The Big Lebowski is one of the best movies ever.
That's got who's that got in it? Oh,
it has the dude in it. Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, that's it. Yes, and John Goodman, Steve Buscemi, yeah.
That's another one we gotta throw in there sometime if we can find it.
Amazon Prime Video.
All right.
We may already have this season locked up for movies. Just go all,
Right.
just go all obscure sports movies.
Well, and don't forget, we also had a suggestion for a Dead Poet Society, which is a great suggestion.
I need to start.
Great suggestion.
I might have to start writing this stuff down.
We might have the season booked, sir.
Hey, I like it. I like having it booked instead of going off the rails and spending an hour talking about what we're gonna watch.
Right. And then next week we're gonna forget all about this, and we're gonna like, what are you gonna watch next week?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's watch Gummy Bears.
Let's do it. But
Yeah,
hey,
write it down. Build us a lineup. Let's do it. Let's give people plenty of time to watch these movies. They can watch a couple of them in a weekend, you know?
I will write those down, not right now, because if I try to open up something else on my computer, I'll mess up everything I've got going on right here.
Yeah.
I've got this already set up, and
please don't do that.
I try not to open new stuff while we're recording. So, hey, it's been fun.
Yeah, man.
Good to be back.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I like this new segment of the news, and
it should be fun. Hey, if you've made it this far, send us funny headlines you've seen, you found around and about. I don't know how you might send it. You can email it at thepantlasspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. You can.
Tweet us. Send us a tweet.
At the Pantless Pod 1.
The Pantless Pod 1. I forgot it. I drew a blank on what I was saying there.
Yep.
I don't know how you comment on this video.
However you want to, and leave us a voice message. Nobody has ever done that.
You could be the first. Or if two of you are trying to be the first, one of you will be the second.
Yeah. But they still could be the first if they get in ahead of time.
Doesn't mean that we will read yours first.
Yeah, exactly. We'll probably, who knows? We don't even know how the algorithm works.
We don't even know. At this point, I don't even know how to get a hold of them and play them on an episode.
Yeah, we would make it. We would find out, though.
Help us learn how to do it.
Yeah, so make it happen.
So, like, comment, subscribe. Just
ready. Season 7, we're doing this.
Tell Austin how beautiful he looked today.
Nobody told me today how beautiful I looked.
I thought I told you this morning. Oh, no, I told you to stay beautiful.
Yeah, that's not the same.
I,
You stay beautiful, sir.
I always do. And I will
And
go.
all you all stay beautiful.
I will spend the week trying to find somebody to tell you you're beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, let me figure out. Alright, well, I will close this out a different way because I closed my
Alright.
program.
So, are we done then?
We are done. I was gonna have
Okay.
I was gonna have the music playing right now.